Right, so here I have got two Intex inflatable tube pull float. Them two floats, are lightweight, they are compact, making it perfect for taking away with you. But the big question for me is when you're away with your float, your tube float, is it easy to inflate? Yes. And is it easy to deflate? Yes. But that is when you're not, using your mouth to try to inflate the tube float. Suffice to say, you cannot inflate the tube float with your mouth. It's a very laborious task. It's not like you're inflating a balloon. And that's where your 240 volts electric air pump come in handy. The air pump pretty much consists of an air intake for deflating, an air outtake for inflating, a 240 volts plug, an on and off switch, an air pump, and a valve adapter. So we've come to the part where we need to select one of the adapters, to inflate the tube pool. So I'll try the adapter to valve first. It is the medium range adapter, and you can see, just straight off that, it's not, suited, for the valve because this valve adapter is suitable for screw valves, and this is not a screw valve, okay? The proportion in which the adapter to inflates is infinitesimal, it's extremely small. And also note that when you're inflating, you don't want to be inflating, the tube when it's flat and flush. So, by all means, raise the tube up, provide some room, you know, um, on the underside of the valve and, inflate. And you can see there's little or no traction here. There's a really small increase in the volume of air that gets into the tube pool. So change the adapter. I'd utilize the adapter one, because this valve is suitable for all standard filler valves with a minimum diameter of 8 millimeter, and provided I've provided room on the underside of the valve, you can definitely see some traction here. There is an increase in the volume of air that's getting into the tube pool, so this is really suitable. I will not be using the adapter 3, which is the largest adapter valve that you can see there, because it's suitable only for large outlet valves. Inflation can be started with the outlet valve, but should be finished with the filler valve if you have to use the adapter 3. The filler valve in question is adapter 1, which I've got, at the moment, affixed into the tube float valve. So from here onwards, whilst inflating the tube pool floater, it's just pretty much apply common sense. Ensure that you haven't got any food or foreign object debris, on the inside of the air pump, because that could damage your product or the tube float. And also don't overinflate the tube pool float, as that could pose serious risk or injury to yourself. And also ensure that the cord that you're using is not broken, there are no sharp objects, and you don't expose any electrical product, like this one, to rain or water, as that could cause a short circuit or electrocution. In the case of a short circuit, current flows in every direction, and current will flow through you down to earth, because your body is the least resistance path, and you don't want to be getting electrocuted. So take precautionary measures whenever you're using an electrical product. So do not be tempted to get the air pump near any water source, because your body, like I said, will offer the least resistance, and that's because the human body is made of about 60% of water. And water is a very good conductor of electricity, so I can't overemphasize it. Do not get the air pump near water. Make sure that wherever you're pumping your tube floats, it's quite dry. You don't want all of the blood, drying up in your body. And you can see what we're pretty much done with, inflating, the tube fluid. It looks fine. We've given it the nice spread that it needs. We haven't over inflated the tube fluid. If we have, we use the filler adapter valve to get some air out, or to get some air escaping from the tube fluid. But I'm happy with this. It looks pretty fine. And once you're pretty much done with inflating, just replace the tube pull float valve, in its position. and release air accordingly. If you've overinflated your tube pool float. Pretty much grab the durable handles of the pool float and toss it into the pool. And that's about it, really. If you found the information useful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It really helps the channel grow. And hopefully catch up with you soon. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.